Are you an Aries, or do you know someone who is? Maybe you've heard the basics: fiery, bold, a little impulsive. But what if I told you there's way more to Aries than charging forward and acting first? Aries energy is one of the strongest forces for starting things. They're brave enough to go first, take risks, and make bold moves most people wouldn't even try. Hi, I'm Alice, host of Following Journeys, a show that profiles entrepreneurs and business leaders through the lens of their astrological chart. And today, I'm taking you on a deep dive into the fearless power and dynamic spark of Aries. Whether Aries is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, this is for you. And if you're not sure where Aries shows up in your chart, just go to followingjourneys.com and get your free birth chart. You might just discover something surprising about yourself or someone you love. So let's talk about Aries. Aries is the very first sign of the Zodiac, and that alone says everything. First to act, first to risk, first to charge into the unknown. Aries energy is pure initiation. It's the spark that starts the fire. But Aries isn't just loud or impulsive. At its heart, Aries is brave. It's honest. It seeks experiences that feel real and meaningful. Aries wants to matter, to live fully, boldly, and with purpose. Underneath that boldness, there's an innocence, a belief that anything's possible if you're willing to try. Aries doesn't overthink. It acts, and sometimes that's its greatest gift. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, the planet of action, desire, and drive. Mars gives Aries its restless energy, its passion to move forward, and its willingness to fight for what matters. Even when exhausted, Aries often feels like its spirit is still ready to go. If you're a strong Aries, you don't just act, you lead. You don't just take risk, you blaze trails. And you don't just want excitement, you want meaning. You want to know that what you're doing matters. Each sign is also connected to a part of the body, and Aries rules the head, the place where ideas, impulses, and action often begin. Maybe you're someone who leads with your head, charging forward into new experiences without hesitation, eager to take that first step before anyone else moves. You might even feel physical tension build when frustration sets in, tight jaws, clenched teeth, or pounding headaches. That's Aries energy building pressure when action feels blocked. Now, Aries wants to move, to initiate, to release energy outward. When they're held back, that drive can create some internal heat, agitation, and head-centered tension. Many Aries types hold stress here, especially when their natural forward momentum doesn't have a clear outlet, leaving the energy to build up inside. Now think back to your childhood. Were you the one who always raced ahead, the one climbing the highest part of the jungle gym first, not because you wanted attention, but because something inside you said you had to try? Maybe you were the kid who got a lot of bumps and bruises, but you didn't stay down for long. You got up, brushed it off, and went again. Even as children, Aries energy is bold, resilient, and undeterred. They don't want permission. They lead with instinct and courage. That's the Aries fire. Symbolically, Aries is represented by the ram. The ram charges forward, head first, fearless, and determined. That's Aries energy, instinctive, bold, and always ready to leap into new territory. When something matters to them, they don't hesitate. They act and they lead. Some see Aries as impulsive or hot-headed, but underneath is a fierce loyalty. Their quick reactions come from deep care, a protective instinct that wants to defend, protect, and make things happen. That's the Aries courage. Now let's talk about Aries in relationships. Aries gives their all fast. They fall hard, they show up bold, and they love with intensity. When they're into you, you'll know. There's no games, no waiting. They move quickly towards what they want. But if you slow them down too much, hold back, or play emotional games, they're going to bolt. Aries needs honesty, excitement, and most of all, someone who grows with them and keeps up with their momentum. They express love through action, planning spontaneous adventures, surprising you with bold gestures, fiercely standing by your side when you need support. In friendship, Aries is fiercely loyal. They'll defend you, cheer for you, and tell you like it is. If you want sugarcoating, you might be in the wrong zodiac circle. But if you want truth, Aries is your ride or die. And what if you're close to an Aries? Whether you're dating one, best friends with one, or working beside one every day, here's what you'll probably notice. Aries energy is intense, passionate, and fast to ignite. They speak their truth, often before softening it. You might hear something blunt or fiery, and it might sting for a second. But here's the thing. Aries doesn't dwell. They blow off steam, and then it's gone. They're already moving on to the next idea, the next mission, the next moment. At times, it might feel like Aries wants to take over or rush ahead. But underneath that urgency is something deeper, a powerful instinct to protect and a deep commitment to those they love. They just want things to move and move well. Now, every sign has both a light and a shadow side. It's not about good or bad, it's just how energy moves. So let's talk about Aries. Aries can become impatient, impulsive, and quick to anger. They start strong, but may burn out just as fast. Sometimes Aries mistakes action for progress, jumping in before thinking things through. Underneath that boldness is often a quiet fear. If they don't act quickly, they'll miss their chance. That fear can turn into defensiveness, ego, or pushing others too hard. But when Aries takes a moment to pause, even just a breath, they don't lose their spark. They actually gain more power. That's when they lead not just with fire, but with wisdom. And Aries' life lesson, it's learning that not everything needs to happen right now. That sometimes waiting a beat makes you stronger, not weaker. They don't have to fight every battle or rush every decision. And when Aries figures out that slowing down doesn't dim their fire, it actually expands it, that's when they become truly powerful. Next, let's talk about archetypes. Archetypes are simply patterns of energy, ways we recognize certain roles or behaviors in people. For Aries, one of the clearest is the hero. The hero steps up when others hesitate. They take action, defend what matters, and move towards challenges without overthinking it. They don't need attention, they just need a mission. Another is the Trailblazer. Trailblazers aren't afraid to go first. They take risks, break new ground, and inspire others simply by leading the way. They may stumble, but they keep moving forward. That's Aries energy. Bold, driven, and fueled by the need to start, move, and lead, even when no one else is ready. Let's talk about balance. If you're an Aries, here's some quick grounding tips. Keep something physical in your routine: exercise, movement, or action. Practice the art of the pause. A single breath before speaking can shift everything. Learn to finish what you start. You're great at beginning things, but imagine what happens when you cross that finish line too. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to do everything alone. And one more thing, because not all Aries are exactly the same. Astrologers divide each zodiac sign into 3 10-day sections called decans. They add subtle shades depending on when you were born. So Decan 1, if you were born between March 21st and March 30th, that's the purest Aries energy. It's ruled entirely by Mars. You are the ultimate fire starter. Direct, passionate, sometimes impulsive, but always authentic. You're not here to follow the crowd. You're here to lead it. And Decan 2 is March 31st to April 9th. Co-ruled by the sun, this Aries energy has a bright, almost regal aspect. Confidence is big here. You shine in leadership roles, inspiring others simply by being fully yourself. Decan 3 is April 10th through the 19th, co-ruled by Jupiter, expansive, philosophical, and a little more patient. Still fiery, but with a bigger vision. You want growth, meaning, and something to believe in. You're the Aries who fights not just for yourself, but for a cause. So, which one are you? Let me know in the comments which decan you fall into, and more importantly, how Aries energy shows up in your life. Maybe you're the one who always speaks first in a group. Maybe you're the friend who defends someone in trouble without thinking twice. Or maybe you're the one who's always chasing that next big idea, the next adventure, or even the next version of yourself. That's the magic of Aries. It doesn't settle. It rises like fire. If you know an Aries who needs to hear this, send it to them. They might feel seen in a way they never have before. See you in the next sign.